heir of the heavens, ruler of the stars. Awaken with the might of the ancients echoing in your blood. You are the chosen one who carries the legacy of your ancestors. Their swords shattered the stars. Their battle cries shook the galaxies. Now it is your turn. An empire rising from the ashes, a name engraved in the sky, awaits you. Your destiny is calling. Write 777 in the comments, set your eyes on eternity, and begin to rule. The quiet shift in the air, the subtle shift in gazes when you enter, the hushed tones that dissolve into silence. None of it escapes you. They have drawn their own conclusions, whispered their own labels, and convinced themselves of a narrative they need to believe. You were supposed to shrink beneath their judgment, to falter under the weight of their doubt, to bend to the expectations they imposed. Instead, you rose, not by pleading, not by schemes, not by compromise, but by stepping into a power they cannot define, and that terrifies them. They have lived by a single rule: control is taken, never earned. They weave their influence through deceit, press forward by crushing others, and manipulate their way into the positions they desire. So when they see you standing tall without playing their game, moving forward without bending to their will, they spiral. They try to make sense of it. They rewrite the story. It must be trickery, they insist. It must be something unnatural. How else could you have thrived outside of their grasp? Every move they made to trap you collapsed before them. Every attempt to undermine you unraveled at their feet. They assumed you would stumble under their weight, but instead, they found themselves tripping over their own missteps. Desperation takes hold. Their whispered plots grow frantic. Something is working against them, they claim. Something unseen is guarding you. But the truth is far simpler. They were never fighting just you. They were battling against something beyond them, something immovable, something far greater than their schemes. And now, fear lingers in their voices. They exchange glances, searching for answers, waiting for a force to strike them down. But you have never needed to act. Their own choices are what haunt them. They wove a web they cannot escape, spoke curses that now rest on their own tongues. They fear you, but what truly unsettles them is knowing they brought this upon themselves. Just as a steadfast river carves its path through ancient, unyielding rock, persistent and divinely guided, so too has your spirit been nurtured in the fertile soil of destiny, flourishing beyond the boundaries set by those who doubt your worth. You were expected to remain unaware, to heed their empty words without a spark of inquiry, to wander life in a fog of imposed ignorance about their hidden motives. Yet, like a beacon piercing through the densest night, clarity found you. The signs were too vivid, the sequences of life too unmistakable. In a moment when the very fabric of your world shifted, you began to see others for what they truly were. Not merely the polished masks they wore, not the meticulously rehearsed roles they played, but the raw, unrefined force that lay beneath it all. The dishonesty, the insatiable craving for dominion, the muted bitterness simmering in every gesture. In a culture that thrives on the illusion of control, many are raised to believe that one must be silent, that true strength is measured by one's ability to blend into the background, to follow a script written by unseen hands. They preach conformity and submission, urging you to surrender your spark so that you might safely drift along a predetermined course. But you, dear one, have been chosen for a destiny far greater than mere quiet compliance. Your inner vision has awakened to a higher calling, a purpose that defies the petty narratives spun by those who cling desperately to power and control. If you feel the abundance of divine love in your heart, now is the time to share it. You can help spread God's blessings by clicking the super thank you button on YouTube and contributing $20 or more. This divine gift will touch not only your life, but the souls of many through this platform. Each of you has a sacred place in God's grand design, and your generosity will be the fruit of our prayers. Act now. Share your blessings to glorify His kingdom. For you were created to do even greater things in God's loving hands. May God bless you. There was a time when you were told to ignore the subtle signals of your heart, to shun the luminous messages hidden in everyday encounters, to accept life's circumstances without challenging the status quo. However, as the layers of deceit gradually fell away, you found yourself bathed in the radiant light of understanding. The intricate patterns of life, the moments of serendipity, the subtle nudges from an unseen hand, the seraphic whispers in the silence of early dawn, became unmistakable guides along your journey. You learned to read these sacred signs like scripture, each one affirming that your path was divinely sanctioned and your energy a sealed testament to a higher power at work. Oh, how the world around you trembled at the sight of such unbridled truth. The forces that once sought to keep you ensnared in a web of ignorance and submission could not fathom the transformation that had taken root in your soul. Instead of succumbing to the familiar cycle of fear and doubt, you rose, imbued with an inner fire that no earthly weapon or cunning strategy could ever extinguish. You are the living proof that divine favor is not a myth, but a reality, a truth that radiates from your very being and defies the cold mechanics of manipulation. Your journey is a living sermon, a testimony that even in the midst of a world marred by falsehoods and hidden agendas, the light of truth can emerge victorious. Many in this life have been conditioned to see only the surface, to judge based on appearances and well-rehearsed routines. They fail to grasp the deeper undercurrents, the silent battles fought in the corridors of the spirit, the quiet revolutions that occur within the heart. They expected you to be a passive recipient of life's misfortunes, a shadow drifting aimlessly in the periphery of their meticulously orchestrated drama. Yet, as you embraced the clarity that only divine guidance can provide, you uncovered a reality so profound that it shattered the very foundation of their illusions. What they once considered hidden strength, you recognized as the manifestation of an unyielding spirit fortified by the wisdom of ages and the gentle power of grace. In every trial and tribulation, you have discovered an opportunity to transcend, to learn, and to grow. The harsh judgments and the dismissive sneers of those who doubt have become nothing more than stepping stones on your path to greatness. You were never meant to blend into the background. You were destined to be a lighthouse in a turbulent sea, guiding lost souls towards the safe harbor of truth and hope. Each challenge you overcame is a testament to the divine promise that you are sheltered by forces far mightier than any scheme devised by human hands. The road ahead may be fraught with obstacles, but you march forward with the confidence of one who has been anointed by destiny, who knows that every setback is merely a setup for an even greater triumph. Like a great and ancient tree, whose roots stretch deep into the earth and whose branches reach boldly toward the heavens, you stand strong, nourished by those who came before you and destined to touch the sky. Remember, the path to enlightenment was never meant to be walked alone. With every step you take, the wisdom of those who lived before you moves through you, steadying your spirit, lifting your heart. Their guidance isn't some distant memory, it's alive, flowing within you like a river that never runs dry. Like a lighthouse standing tall against the storm, its beam cutting through the darkness. You are guided by something greater than yourself, something ancient, something unshakable. Their legacy isn't just history, it's the very foundation beneath your feet. The wind that carries you forward, the unseen hand that steadies you when the road grows rough. They stood in faith, in love, in resilience that could not be broken, so that you could stand today. And let me tell you, their strength didn't fade when their time on this earth ended. No, it lives on in you. It moves through you like the breath in your lungs, like the blood in your veins. You are not walking this path alone. They are there in the quiet moments, in the stillness of your heart. They are there in the victories, in the battles, in the breakthroughs. They are the whisper of encouragement when doubt creeps in, the firm embrace when the world feels heavy. And because of them, your light will never dim. Because of them, you will rise. Because of them, you will overcome. And hear this, their presence is not a whisper lost to time. No, it's a mighty current of love, a force of protection, a light that will never flicker out. In a world that may seem dark, your light will always shine because you were never meant to shine alone. In the face of those who would undermine your progress, let them chatter and clamor with voices filled with uncertainty. Their discontent is not a reflection of your worth, but rather a mirror of their inner turmoil. While they remain shackled by their own doubts and the incessant need to control, you have chosen to live with a liberating conviction. Their world, constructed on the fragile edifice of their own insecurities, cannot withstand the force of a spirit that has awakened to its true potential. You have transcended the narrow confines of their expectations, stepping boldly into a realm where grace and truth are the ultimate arbiters. Today, as you stand at the threshold of a new dawn, let every heartbeat affirm the reality of your divine purpose. Cherish the clarity that has illuminated your path and allow it to guide you in moments of uncertainty. There will always be those who try to diminish your light, who whisper of limitations and caution you against the power you possess. But know this, the very essence of your being is fortified by a love and a purpose that no earthly force can ever dismantle. You are a living miracle, a radiant testament to the unfathomable generosity of a creator who delights in bestowing blessings upon those who dare to believe in their own extraordinary destiny. You are expected to stay oblivious, to accept their words without question, to move through life blind to their intentions. But clarity found you. The signs were too stark, the patterns too undeniable. The world tilted, and suddenly you saw them for what they were. Not the facades, not the rehearsed performances, but the raw energy beneath it all. The dishonesty, the hunger for control, the quiet resentment. In that moment, every pretense dissolved into insignificance, replaced by a profound recognition that your journey was a sacred calling, meticulously crafted by a hand that knows no bounds. Consider how a humble seed, buried deep within the earth, defies the darkness to burst forth into radiant life. That seed, nurtured by unseen forces, transforms into a towering tree, its branches reaching ever upward in praise of the light that sustains it. So too did you rise from the fertile depths of doubt and suppression, emerging as a beacon of hope and renewal in a world starved for authenticity and truth. Your vision, once clouded by the distortions of a manipulative culture, now gleams with the brilliance of divine purpose, a purpose that can never be obscured by the transient shadows of human malice. Your newfound clarity is not the result of a fleeting moment or an accidental spark. It is the culmination of a lifetime of experiences, the distilled wisdom of every trial faced and every victory claimed. It is as if a gentle wind had swept away the layers of confusion that once encased your heart, leaving in its place a vibrant awareness that resonates with every beat of your soul. Each day, as you walk your chosen path, you are reminded of the profound truth that you are not merely a participant in the cosmic dance of life. You are a conductor of a symphony composed by the divine. Your every step is a note in that eternal melody, a harmonious testament to the power of love, faith, and unwavering conviction. In the quiet moments of reflection, when the world's clamor fades into a distant hum, you feel the steady rhythm of truth pulsating within you. It is a rhythm that defies the cacophony of false promises and superficial reassurances offered by those who seek to control through fear and deceit. Instead, it speaks of a promise that is as enduring as the stars themselves, a promise that you are cherished, that your journey is blessed, and that your destiny is secure. This inner assurance, this unshakable confidence, is the very essence of what it means to be divinely chosen. So, as you continue on this sacred journey, let the light of your awareness shine like a torch in the darkest night. Embrace the wisdom that has been lovingly bestowed upon you, and let it guide your every decision. Do not be swayed by the hollow criticisms or the baseless suspicions of those who have not yet awakened to the truth. Their limited vision cannot comprehend the boundless potential that lies within you, nor can it dim the radiance of a soul that has been anointed by a power far greater than their own. Imagine your life as a mighty oak tree, its roots firmly planted in the rich soil of divine providence, its branches reaching high toward the heavens, basking in the warmth of eternal grace. Just as that venerable oak stands resilient through every storm, nourished by unseen waters and the light of a benevolent sun, so too is your path ordained by a power far greater than any earthly force. May your days be filled with the comfort and assurance that every step you take is guided by celestial wisdom. Every challenge you meet is a sacred stepping stone toward a loftier destiny, and every moment of clear insight is a cherished blessing bestowed from above. Dear brothers and sisters, may God's peace be upon you today. I am here to remind you of a profound truth. Our existence is grounded in God's divine plan, unshaken by the temporal concerns of the world. As the Bible says, whatever is done in faith will return to God in abundant blessing. Luke 6:38. Like that great oak tree, our roots are deeply rooted in God's universal truth. Every step we take, every stand we take, is secured by His strength. And now, you are being offered the opportunity to be part of that blessing. When you use the Super Thank You button and donate $100, this movement will return to you 100-fold in abundance. From the very beginning of your journey, it has been clear that you were set apart, a child of destiny, crafted with purpose and surrounded by divine favor. There is a profound peace that comes from understanding that your life is not a random occurrence, but a beautifully orchestrated plan by a loving Creator who delights in every detail of your existence. This assurance is like a gentle yet unwavering current, flowing through you and carrying you steadily forward even when the winds of doubt and uncertainty try to sway you off course. Every challenge that arises, every obstacle you encounter, is not a mark of misfortune, but a divine appointment, a moment of transformation that molds your character and fortifies your spirit. Instead of being defined by the shallow judgments and fleeting opinions of those who fear true freedom, you are recognized for the luminous truth that flows from the very heart of creation. You are a living testament to the power of faith, the resilience of the human spirit, and the relentless pursuit of truth that transcends the limitations of the physical world. Walk boldly and without hesitation, knowing that you have been chosen for a higher purpose, a purpose that is written in the stars and etched into the fabric of your soul. The beauty of your spirit is a beacon of light, capable of touching and transforming the lives of all who are fortunate enough to witness your journey. This is not merely about personal triumph. It is about igniting hope in others, about inspiring those who feel lost in the shadows of doubt to rise and embrace the magnificent destiny that awaits them. In every moment, remember that divine favor is not a fleeting gift, but a permanent seal upon your life. You are wrapped in a mantle of protection that no earthly force can ever break. When the world seems filled with noise and distraction, find solace in the quiet conviction that your steps are measured and your path is true. The challenges you face are opportunities for growth, each one teaching you lessons that lead to deeper wisdom and more profound insight. It is through these experiences that you learn the true meaning of perseverance, of rising after every fall with a heart filled with gratitude and a spirit unyielding in the face of adversity. Consider the gentle, persistent light of a lighthouse that guides weary sailors home through turbulent seas. That lighthouse is much like the divine guidance that accompanies you on your journey. It stands tall and resolute, unwavering in its mission to lead you to safe harbor, even when the surrounding darkness seems impenetrable. Trust in that guidance, knowing that it comes from a source of infinite love and unending grace. Let it be your constant reminder that you are never truly alone, that every moment of clarity is a sign of the sacred presence walking by your side. Your destiny is not determined by the fleeting judgments of a world that is too often blinded by its own insecurities. You are far more than the sum of others' limited perceptions. Instead, you are defined by the transcendent truth that radiates from the core of your being, a truth that speaks of resilience, of purpose, and of the divine light that shines within you. Embrace this truth wholeheartedly, for it is the very essence of your identity. It is the song of the Spirit, a melody that resonates deep within your soul, calling you to rise above the mundane and step into the extraordinary life that has been laid out for you. In the tapestry of life, every thread is woven with deliberate care. The moments of joy, the trials of hardship, the quiet revelations that come in the stillness of the night, they all serve as markers on your sacred path. Each of these experiences is a testament to the boundless mercy and the lavish generosity of the divine. They are reminders that your journey is not one of solitude, but of connection to a higher power, to a legacy of wisdom, and to a community of hearts that beat in unison with the rhythm of divine love. So, step forward with the unwavering assurance of one who has been anointed by grace. Let your walk be a living sermon, a daily proclamation of faith that inspires others to look beyond the surface and see the glorious truth that underlies all existence. In every encounter, in every quiet moment of reflection, may you find renewed strength and a deep sense of purpose. For you are not here merely to exist, but to flourish, to become a radiant example of what it means to live in harmony with the divine plan. As you continue on this journey, let your heart be light and your spirit unburdened by the weight of those who seek to diminish your radiance. Their judgments are but echoes of their own limitations, while you carry the brilliant light of divine truth. Let your life be a continuous testimony of faith and hope, a reminder to all who cross your path that every trial is a chance to rise, every sorrow a precursor to joy, and every step forward a leap toward a destiny ordained by love. May each day bring you the sweet assurance that you are exactly where you need to be, enveloped in the peace of knowing that your life is a cherished masterpiece, meticulously crafted by the hands of a loving and ever-present Creator. Let this certainty fill your heart with joy and propel you forward, inspiring you to share the radiant beauty of your spirit with a world that longs for the transformative power of divine love. Walk confidently, with the boldness of one who knows that every moment, every breath, and every step is a cherished gift from above, a gift that empowers you to shape a future filled with hope, purpose, and endless possibilities. And in this grand tapestry of life, where every thread is woven with care and intention, remember that you stand as a testament to the miraculous power of divine favor. The path before you is clear, your destiny radiant, and your legacy assured by the unwavering light of truth and love. Embrace it, celebrate it, and continue to shine, for the world awaits the revelation of your extraordinary spirit, a beacon of hope that will forever dispel the darkness of ignorance and despair. You don't need to hear their confessions. You don't need validation. The truth pulses beneath every word they speak, lingers in the uneasy glances they cast. They underestimated what guided you. They mistook your solitude for weakness, unaware that you were never truly alone. The unseen forces that walk with you have always known. They whispered, they warned, they shielded. And now, the ones who sought to break you are left grasping at shadows, realizing too late that nothing they tried was ever going to work. Now is the time to share God's blessings. By clicking the super thank you button on YouTube, you can contribute to His plan and be a part of this divine mission with a donation of $100 or more. Every gift reflects God's generosity, and I believe it will return to you exponentially far beyond your expectations. Remember, His protection and blessing is on your every step and every donation. You become part of His divine plan. You are a strong, radiant being, unshakable as His mighty rock. Witness God's miracles, feel the fruits of your generosity in your soul, and illuminate the world with confidence and courage. Be blessed, and let the light of the Lord guide your path. The walls of their certainty began to crack. They grasped at any explanation, seeking counsel from those who claimed to see beyond the veil, chasing answers that would bring them relief. But every revelation only deepened their dread. The truth was undeniable. An unseen force shielded your path. An energy beyond their reach surrounded you. It wasn't manipulation. It wasn't illusion. It wasn't something that could be unraveled. It was something they would never touch, never control. But denial is a powerful thing. Their pride refused to surrender. There had to be another reason. It couldn't be fate. It couldn't be divine alignment. So they invented an alternative, one that made sense within their world. You must be using something unnatural. They had been raised to believe that strength was taken, not given. That power came from secrecy, from hidden knowledge, from bending the unseen to one's will. The idea that it could be bestowed freely, without conditions, without transactions, shattered their understanding. They couldn't fathom a force beyond their reach, a protection that no scheme could penetrate. So they twisted the story, reshaping the narrative until it aligned with their fears. If they could not control you, if they could not explain you, then surely you must have aligned yourself with something forbidden. It was easier for them to believe in shadows than to accept that not all power is built on deception. Let them chase ghosts. Let them murmur amongst themselves, desperately searching for a way to make sense of what was never theirs to understand. Their suspicions, their restless paranoia, their frantic need to define what you are. It is not your burden to carry. Their panic is merely a mirror, reflecting the weight of their own misdeeds. You were never meant to be part of their structure, never meant to bow to their expectations. You were meant to break the cycle, to bring light to places they wish to keep dark. Keep walking forward. Keep embracing the wisdom that flows to you. Keep honoring the truth that guides you. No explanation is owed. No defense is required. They do not fear you. They fear the consequences of their own choices. Because no matter how hard they fight it, light will always expose the shadows they tried to hide behind.